Hey guys, RedPandaMining here. Hope you're doing well, having a really great day. This video, sorry if it's really loud. My servers, my AI servers are really making a lot of fan noise right now because they're simply rented right now. But this video, I just mainly wanted to update you guys on my servers. I guess my whole network stack. I really need to, optimize some things now. And the main thing is what I want to do is install Proxmox hypervisor on 3 of my servers so that I can cluster all 3 so that it can then utilize my Ubiquiti UNAS Pro as data storage. So that is my plan for today in today's video, and mainly the reason why I'm doing that is because I want to run nodes. Alright, like a Bitcoin node, so I can solo mine to it, and then also like a Dogecoin node so I can solo mine to that as well. So I need to have virtual machines that I'm going to be running off these servers, and that's what I want to do. So instead of running, singular, smaller computers or something, I want to do it the server way because easier for me to manage them into one, uniform hypervisor like Proxmox, cluster them all together, and then I'll have high availability in a sense that, if any of these servers fail, which these all have dual Xeon processors, all 3 of them, as well as 128 gigs of ECC memory on all 3. So in case 1 or even 2 servers go down, my virtual machines will still be running if, the other 2 servers fall down. And then my main storage for the virtual machines with backup is going to be in my UNAS Pro here. That's going to be NFS connection to Proxmox or the VM data store. So yeah, that's my plan in this video. And yeah, I was actually using Windows Server on these servers, and I'm gonna get rid of it. I don't like Hyper-V anymore. It's just kind of cumbersome. Clustering them, it wasn't that hard, but I think I want to go the Proxmox way, and I need to do that anyway because I kind of want to redo all the networking because I have SFP plus 10 gigabit network cards in every server, 2 of them actually, but that's where I'm going to talk with you guys, maybe just get some feedback how I'm going to be running the network, right? I need to do some VLANing. I think I need to have a management VLAN for the 3 hypervisors. I think that's best practice, right? And then the other network will be for the, the SAN, technically SAN storage, for the VMs and whatnot. Anyways, I'm gonna go through all that. We gotta get Proxmox installed. I'm gonna do version 9.1. That looks like to be their latest version here. And then I'm gonna use Rufus to install it on a USB stick, and then I'm gonna plop it in and get it installed. So then I'll do that to all 3 and cluster them. So guys, we'll continue on with this conversation after today's video sponsor.
Are you tired of jumping between mining pools, swapping wallets, or even dealing with complicated payouts? Check out PowerPool.io. PowerPool has the top mining algorithms such as SHA-256, Script, EagleSong, X11, K-Heavy-Hash, and even ETC hash, letting you mine while optionally converting rewards into Bitcoin, USDC, or other supported coins. PowerPool helps you avoid holding volatile altcoin balances and simplifies treasury management, especially useful for mining farms or anyone tracking taxes and cash flow. Personally, over the past couple months, I've pointed all of my ASIC mining hardware to PowerPool, and I have found it to be the most profitable and honest when it comes to their auto conversions and adjustable payout options. If your goal is hash first, settlement later in BTC or stablecoins, PowerPool makes that workflow easy. Don't take my word for it. Test it yourself and sign up today using referral code RPM for 0.5% pool fees from their normal 1% pool fee structure for more coins in your wallet. Check out PowerPool.io, link below.
Alrighty, that's writing onto the USB the image so I can install Proxmox. Alright guys, so my servers here, I'm gonna nuke Windows Server, I forgot which version I'm using, Windows Server 2019 I think, or 2018 or whatever it's called. So just to reiterate, I got 3 identical servers with the same processors and also 128 gigs of memory. Okay, so these servers are really good for doing, virtual machine stuff, and for my nodes and whatnot, it should be just perfect for the application that I'm gonna use it for. I mean, not only am I gonna use it for, doing, Bitcoin nodes, I think I'm gonna do like 1 or 2, but the great thing is I also have static IPs, so I can designate, a single static IP per, Bitcoin node, or even Dogecoin node as well, so that I can also port maybe my other script miners that I have hosted outside of my house here to point to my house here. That would be interesting. I don't know if I want to open that up though, so I'm gonna see how that's all gonna work out. But all right, let me just go through my thought process here for networking for these 3 servers. Okay, so I don't have anything plugged in, no like 1 gigabit, no 10 gigabit wiring is in yet. Okay, so let's just go back here. Just wanted to talk about it. Just, I want to document everything that I'm doing here. So I got a lot of 1 gig network ports here on each server, okay? And that's probably going to be for my management VLAN of the 3 hosts, right? So I think best practice, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, I believe having a management VLAN, okay, that has no internet access, like no other, subnet access to any other VLANs, is just to manage these 3 servers, right? Because they're going to be hypervisors. I'm using Proxmox, right? So in order to access them, and when I'm going to be clustering them, I'm simply going to log into the IP address of one of these. So I guess in my firewall rules, I do have to allow, I guess, depending where I'm going to access these servers, the management VLAN. All right, so that'll be for one of these ports on each of the servers, just so I can manage them, create the VMs, do the configuration, do all that kind of stuff. So let me know what you guys think about that. Doing 1 gig should be just fine. And just a disclaimer, I am not a networking channel. I'm not a networking guru. This is just stuff I kind of learned over my pastime over the past decade. But anyways, now over here, I do have 10 gigabit SFP plus NICs. Well, actually this server, I got 2 up here. I got another one down there, another 2 for this server, and then the 3rd server at the bottom has 2 separate 10 gig NICs. So I think I'm only going to be using 1, so that's going to be on the same, I guess, like storage VLAN, and that's all going to be on 10 gig. So unfortunately, depending how we're looking at it, I only got 3 extra 10 gig ports left on my Ubiquiti aggregation switch, 10 gig aggregation switch. So I can VLAN these 3 ports and also my data storage here. Okay, my UNAS Pro. It's also by 10 gig. Okay, it's got 10 gig connection to my aggregation switch. So I can VLAN those 4 ports together. That will be for the VM data storage, essentially, right? NFS connection to this UNAS Pro. So this is where I need to think about, okay, do I also, not allow internet access, outside access to that VLAN for the data storage for the VMs? Then do I need to create another, 1 gig set of network connections so that they can have internet access? So let me start from the beginning. I'll have essentially 3 different network cables, going into each of the servers. So one's going to be for the management of the 3 servers, right? No internet access. The second one will be for the data storage, okay? 10 gig here, which I can VLAN, right? With Ubiquiti setup, I can do all VLANing, all, separated ports, very easy in Ubiquiti. Then the 3rd port is going to be just internet access for the virtual machines. So you guys let me know down below, is that how you would normally do it? I mean, I think that's how I did it back in the day with VMware. Best practice to, separate your management VLAN for your hosts, and then also for the data storage subnet, its own subnet, no internet access, right? Nothing like that. And then another network connection just for the virtual machines. So let me know down below what you guys think about that, okay? So I think my image is done here. All right, yeah, it's done. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead now and I'm gonna install Proxmox on all 3 of these. All right, so I'm just gonna put in the USB on each of these servers and I'm gonna boot into all of them, and I'm gonna install Proxmox, and then once I got them installed, I'm gonna plug in all my network connections and see if I can get that all worked out. So I'll be back. It's gonna take me a couple hours probably, and I'll update you guys, see what I've done here. So be right back. Alrighty, I'm installing Proxmox. I'll take you guys with me just a little bit here. So in case some people were wondering, yes, I do have 120 gig SSDs on each server. Okay, so, and they're in RAID, mirror mode, all right, on all 3 of them. So I have redundancy there in terms of the host hypervisor, you know, base installation, so no problem there. And then my UNAS Pro is RAID 10. I got 22 terabyte drives on each one here, and I have 1 extra that's a spare. I do have another spare outside as well, so in case one fails, I can, the other one will take over, but then I can take the old one, the bad one out, and then put a new one in. So I should be good there in case anything goes wrong. All right, this is my first time installing Proxmox. We're gonna go graphical interface, of course. All right, and yeah, I don't know how to do the command line for any of this stuff. So, all right, gonna go through here. All right, that took a while to load. I'm gonna go, I agree. Okay, Proxmox installer, please verify the installation target. All right, you know what? I'm not going to go through all this, and you know what? I forgot, it's not 120 gig, it's a 240 gig SSDs I got in there. All right, so I'm just gonna go next here. Okay, let me do all this. I can't do it with one hand while I'm holding the camera. All right, so yeah, exactly. This is where I was talking about management, you know, network. So yeah, it lets me choose which management port I'm gonna use. So I don't have any of that stuff plugged in right now. And I think that's where I should maybe plug all that stuff in first. But you know what? I think I can configure all that afterwards. So I'm just gonna, you know what? I'll just do NIC 0 on all of them. Okay, that'll be my management. I'm just gonna do that for all of them. And then I also need to, based on my VLAN, the subnet I'm gonna use, I need to figure out the IP address, static IP address I'm gonna use for this. So, you know what? I think I need to hold off. Just give me a sec. I need to configure stuff on my Ubiquiti system. And that, unfortunately, I can't show you guys. All right, I did my IP stuff. I'm not gonna show you guys that. I'm gonna keep that, well, maybe when I cluster them together, you'll probably see it anyway. Anyways, it's installing now, and I got my management VLANs all set up, management cables plugged in for the servers. Now, while that's all installing, I'm gonna plug in the 3 10 gig SFP Plus cables, the DAC cables going into the back of these and then going into my aggregation switch. So that'll probably be the next thing I need to configure and make sure that these 3 servers, that, you know, this data store, all right, my Ubiquiti UNAS Pro is gonna work as my virtual machine storage for my 3 servers. I hope that works. That would be so awesome. But yeah, I'm sure it should work. Thank you to Zapirate. I was talking with you. You said you use NFS, and I think Fully Electric, you told me NFS works too. So yeah, we're gonna try right now. Let me plug her in, and let me get Proxmox installed on all 3. All right, so I'll see you guys right after they all are on as hypervisor Proxmox hosts. Uh-oh, what does this mean? L1TF CPU bug present and SMT on, data leak possible. What does that mean? Okay, anyways, I've got all of them clustered together successfully. Oh my goodness, it was extremely easy. Even on the free version of Proxmox, I didn't think you could do clustering or HA mode on Proxmox. That's amazing. Normally that's like a really, you know, very expensive paid feature on a lot of hypervisors. I remember on VMware, it cost like $10,000, you know, for 1 license, and if you wanted to hook up all 3, it would cost a lot, you know, as a business. But with Proxmox, it's free, which is absolutely amazing. Anyways, guys, this is it. I am now on Proxmox. This is the way. My cluster is good, and online 3 of them, everything looks to be, you know, this is just perfect. Now, I need to figure out my storage, okay? I have 96 CPUs, about 377 gigabytes of RAM, all right, which is absolutely insane. And then the storage. Okay, so this is where I've had trouble. I was not able to add my UNAS Pro to this because I don't know exactly what to put in. So there's SMB here, iSCSI, which I'm familiar with, but I believe my UNAS Pro is the NFS protocol. All right, so I can do this, no problem, but when I tried to add it, it wouldn't add. So I think I just need to, I don't know. I remember back in the day doing you know, iSCSI storage and, you know, the access, because data storage for virtual machines, it was on its own network. So with the UNAS Pro, I don't know if I need to create a username that has like no credentials, or just I kind of like open it up, which I don't want to really do, because that's kind of scary. So I'm gonna figure that out. And yeah, if you guys have any ideas, I guess I've been asking you, but by the time I do this video, maybe I'll figure it out. But so far, I've got them clustered. I've got the 10 gigabit SFP plus DACs going into each server. And so they're all communicating on the same subnet, okay, VLAN, for my data storage. So I just need to make the connection now to the cluster. That is what I haven't done. I mean, I've done that before in my past time, but with VMware, with Proxmox, maybe it's similar, but I haven't been able to successfully get it. But anyways, let me figure that out. Be right back. After about 10 minutes, I was actually able to figure it out. So in Ubiquiti, I needed to add a NFS connection. So I needed to add all the hosts, okay, the Proxmox hosts allowed to be able to connect to the UNAS Pro. Then I also needed to add a shared drive. So I had to create a new shared drive for the virtual machine storage for Proxmox. So yeah, when I added that, then I was able to add a VM data store connection. So now my cluster can see my UNAS Pro, all right, by NFS connection protocol, so that I can now add virtual machines onto the main data store, which is my UNAS Pro now. And so now I can upload an ISO image, and this is where I'm gonna upload the Umbrel OS, all right? So let me choose select file, and I just downloaded Umbrel OS, gonna click on that, and we are gonna upload this hash algorithm, SHA-256, oh, mine Bitcoin? No, none. All right, just upload this, and this is where, once that's done, then I can create a virtual machine. Yes, we'll do that in a second. Alrighty, this is freaking cool, man. I love this so much. Proxmox, shout out to you guys, this is the best. Okay, all right, so now I want to make a VM. So I got a question here, because I've never done it before, but the high availability, basically, I guess I need to add a VM here in order to make it highly available in case, I don't know, something goes wrong, right? So I don't have any VMs yet, because I can't select any here. So that's gonna be after. So that's one of the big things I'm really wanting to get started. So I was just looking like, how do I add a new virtual machine here? So when I right click the data center, I guess the cluster, I can't do it this way. It looks like I have to right click the server, create a VM. So that, I guess, initially puts it on the first server, not in the cluster, but then I guess high availability works as if, you know, SRv01 goes down, then the other two will kick in. I guess that's how I understand it. All right, but anyways, so I'm gonna create a virtual machine. All right, so the node, I can choose which node. All right, so it won't let me choose, you know, the third. I can't choose all three, because I guess it's not affinityed yet, from my understanding. You guys can let me know. But anyways, SRv01. You know what? I'll just put on number 2 in case number 1 goes down or whatever. All right, VM ID 100. Sure. I'm gonna call this Umbrel OS 01. All right. So I'm probably gonna have multiple of these. Add to HA. Oh, wait. We can do that already. Okay, that's good. I'll do that. Start at boot. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna make it number 1, my main. Yeah, I just want to see what happens. Does it actually matter which server I put it on? But anyway, start at boot, sure, shut down. Okay, OS, this is where, all right, storage is gonna be where? All right, my UNAS Pro, okay, that's good. All right, and ISO image, all right, Umbrella OS, perfect. Okay, that's it, system, graphics card. Oh, all right. I don't think we need any, you know, all that kind of stuff. iSCSI controller. All right. I don't know. Okay. Yeah. Oh man, this brings me back. I don't know. VMware. Okay. I don't know which one we're gonna use. I'm just gonna keep it default. Virtual iSCSI single. Okay. Machine. All right. I don't know what this means. BIOS. Yeah. We'll keep it stock. Okay. Disks. All right. So this is where. How much storage am I going to give it? 30. So I don't know, how much does Umbrel need? I guess a Bitcoin node is over 100 gigabytes, right? From my understanding, I'm just gonna give it 500. I don't know. Well, I don't know. I'll have to research that later. But ample storage, and in case maybe I do multiple nodes on one, Umbrel OS installation. SSD emulation, read-only, backup. You know what? I want to figure out the whole backup stuff later, and I'll keep that off for now. Bandwidth. Oh man, there's a lot of features here. I'll just keep it default. CPUs. Okay, so sockets. We'll do yeah, one socket's fine. Core. I don't know, 8 cores. Is that good? That's probably good, right? A Bitcoin node. You guys can let me know. So 8 virtual CPUs. All right, so I can't change that. Oh, that's already good. CPU units 100. Ooh. Is that what I need? Man, there's a lot of features here. Okay, I'm gonna go just play it as I go. I'll figure it out later on. Memory. So what? I don't know. How much RAM? 16, 384. Sure. Am I allowed to add more after? I know in VMware I was able to do that. Okay, I'm gonna hit next. Network. Oh, okay, so I have not set up. Okay, I haven't set up the network part of it yet. Oh man, you know what? I was just like scratching my head. I was getting overwhelmed because, like I said, I needed a management one, and then the VM storage network, which is through 10 gig, and then the third one is internet. So I need to figure that out. I got a lot of extra ports, and so yeah, I honestly haven't done this for a long time, guys. So you know what? I'm just gonna leave it as is for now. I'm gonna figure that out, after. That's gonna be a whole thing. So I'm just gonna hit finish. I just want to see if this actually makes a virtual machine. So I see 100 here. Can I rename that? Is this migrate console? Wait, why is it called a 100? Interesting. All right. Okay. So now, can I access this? Oh, yeah. There we go. Guess it's not running. Start now. All right. So let's see if this. Did I press start? VM start successful. Start. Do you really want to start? Yeah, sure. All right. What's going on here? Ah, okay. I think I screwed up. I was trying to. Okay, it was creating the VM, but it says unable to do it because it timed out. I think when I hit start and it kind of screwed it up. All right, so let me let me recreate it again. Hold on a sec. All right, it works. Oh my God, I had to troubleshoot a lot of stuff. Thanks to you guys in the live stream, did a few things. I also had to enable some NFS permissions on the UNAS Pro in order for me to get the image up there. A few settings I had to do. I'm not gonna bore you guys with that, but ultimately it's up now. We got Umbrel up, finally. Thank God. All right, so the main thing as to why, again, the reason why I'm getting Umbrel installed, and I am able to access it here through the web browser just by IP, which is really nice. So now I can install apps. So yeah, I'm gonna be following Retro Mic Tech's install, the one-click install for Bitcoin Cash, Dogecoin, Digibyte. I'm gonna have it locally hosted here locally, so that I can point all my miners to that Umbrel installation, my own nodes. So I guess now I'm gonna install it. I'm not gonna show you guys in this video how to do it. Just go follow Retro Mike's video. He's got a very simple video how to do it. I don't need to reinvent the wheel. I'll have a link down below to his video if you want to learn how to do that. But I'm gonna make another video just once I install Mining Core, Bitcoin Cash, Digibyte, Doge. I gotta make those nodes sync. It's gonna take a while. And so I will be back in another video, and then I'm gonna point my rigs to it, and we'll see if we can find some blocks. Hopefully my fiber internet is capable of having that lower latency and the connections I'm gonna have to other nodes. So hopefully all the devices I have, I'm gonna have a hopefully much higher chance now that my nodes are gonna be local to me. I'm gonna be solo mining Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Dogecoin, Digibyte, locally to my own node here using Umbrel, which is going to be obviously much better, and that's why I am going this route, and a few other things that I'm going to be hosting, not just for solo mining, but for running my own nodes, maybe a Flux node, Nicholas Pitts, I know you've been asking me to do that, you know, some other things, you know, that I've been wanting to run, and so finally, I got my servers up, and I will be able to basically do that utilizing Proxmox, and yeah, I have 3 clusters now, so redundancy wise, I'm also good in that aspect, high availability, so I'm good. Now, I need to figure out the, I guess, the network connection stuff, my VLANing. I want to make sure everything's secure. I want to have things separated, segregated, isolated, and make sure I have everything all, you know, situated, that, you know, I don't have my other networks talking to my nodes. I want to make sure that's all split. You know, my AI rigs, I don't want that to communicate. That's all isolated already. I have static IPs. I can have different nodes going out different ways. That I'm gonna figure out offline. I'm not gonna show you guys that. That would be maybe bad OPSEC, but my main area here is all set up for that. Now I just have to figure out the networking side of it, make sure things are separated physically. Anyways, you guys let me know. Thank you guys for watching. I'll update you guys on once I get it all updated, once I have Umbra all set up and all running my own nodes, and I'm gonna show you guys mining locally, Dogecoin and, you know, Bitcoin Cash. I hope I can find some blocks locally. That would be cool. All right, you guys, let me know your thoughts. Have a good one. Again, sub to Mr. Retro Mike for helping me, and we're gonna get this all situated. All right, I'll see you on the next one. Have a good one. Peace out. Peace out. Peace out. Finally.